All right, we are recording.
Perfect.
Kelsey, you can go first.
All right. Okay, let's see if I can actually know how to do this. Oh, wow. This is so cool. Okay, do y'all have it?
Yep.
Okay. So, obviously, we're talking about the importance of teamwork. And the definition of teamwork is the combined action of a group of people, especially when effective and efficient. I like how it says, especially when effective and efficient, because you can't have teamwork without those things. And so I put synonyms as well. Just curious, or just imagine having to lift and move a couch upstairs by yourself. Automatically, I think of that Friends episode where they're like, pivot, pivot, that's a meme. But I mean, could you do it by yourself? No, probably not.
No.
And then, I mean, clearly you would need some help to move a couch upstairs, or just move a couch in general. And then here I have, why does teamwork matter? It motivates unity, combines different perspectives and feedback available when needed, improves efficiency, productivity, provides learning opportunities, sense of accomplishment, stronger working relationships, and better service to customers. With unity in the workplace, or with teamwork, unity is created in the workplace. Everyone has something to contribute. Without teamwork, the workplace is unhealthy and inefficient. I currently work in a working situation where coworkers do not get along, and it's very tense and very stressful, and that can inhibit productivity sometimes and inhibit our customer service. So it's really important to have unity in the workplace, and I feel like teamwork definitely helps motivate that. With teamwork, you get different perspectives and feedback. There's quicker problem solving. You get more ideas in order to have solutions. You get to share experiences and opinions, and you hold each other accountable in that way, in order to be more efficient. If you were to have this huge project, or say you're a baker and you have all these orders to do, you get way more stuff done with more people than just you, if that makes sense. To have a team, it improves efficiency and productivity. You're able to share the workload, so not just one person is doing it by themselves. Not just one person is overly stressed because they do it all by themselves. When you work with a team, you're able to reach goals quicker and faster. Well, quicker and faster, and probably better, honestly. When you work as a team, when doing it with a team, you're able to not feel alone, and so in that way it improves job satisfaction. Have you all ever been in a group where you've had to do all the work? I just think back to middle school and high school, and all my friends wanted me to do all the work, and it's just like, okay, well, gee, thanks.
Yeah.
But being in a group, you're supposed to each contribute, and if you're just one person doing it, then it defeats the purpose of the group. With teamwork, you have learning opportunities, whether it's by experience, Other people have made mistakes, and so I feel like they give you advice so you're not the one making the mistakes. Every person brings ideas to solutions or to the table in general. Everyone has different skills. You may be more reserved and someone may be more outgoing. And when you're in a team, both of those attributes can play a part in customer service, problem solving, just in the workplace in general. When you have working relationships with coworkers, you have a sense of team spirit. If you all have the same purpose or motivation, basically, if you're all wanting to have the best customer service or the best productivity, y'all will make that happen as a team. I know for me, when we get a big deposits at the bank, we all try and jump in and help one another so it gets done quicker. We can put the money away. And there is a sense of togetherness when we have working relationships with our coworkers. Because if you don't have those relationships, it can get very tense, very awkward, and very stressful. If you've ever played or participated in a sport or a group, you know that you cannot function with just one person. You need the entire body. You need the pitcher, you need the catcher, you need the first baseman, you need shortstop in order to play baseball. And so, to be cliche, there's no I in team, obviously, and I encourage you to be a team player. And that is all.
That was really good, Kelsey.
Thanks. I whipped it up in like 40 minutes, so I'm pretty proud of myself.
Did good.
Thanks. Oh, I guess I have to stop sharing, huh? Sorry. My bad.
All right, who's next?
Mine's.
Well,
Go ahead. No, you can go ahead, Marka.
Well, my problem is I don't know what my Zoom's doing because I can't see how, like, my screen is not working apparently right now. It's only got on one, like I can see you guys in little squares, but like there's nowhere to, where it used to say share, there's like nothing there.
Okay, so if you click on your page or whatever, do you see like the bars like this, the X thing where you can enlarge and
No. So you might have to go while I try to figure this out. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's see. Mine's is pretty short. Hopefully I make sense. Sorry, I couldn't find my earphones that work, so hopefully you can hear me too.
Oh no, we can hear you. It's good.
So, yeah. Oh, no, not that one. I don't know. Is that right? Did I do it right?
Yeah.
Did I?
Can y'all hear me typing? I just want to know.
No.
Okay.
This one. There you go. All right. Okay, so this is my slideshow or presentation. Literally it's pretty short.
I think she froze.
I'm like moving the cameras over. I don't know.
Oh, okay, there we go.
All right. What we're going to be talking about, what is teamwork? Why is teamwork important? How can we build good teamwork in a workplace, and then conclusion. Similar to Kelsey, I did the definition for teamwork. So it states here in the Webster Dictionary, teamwork is work done by several associates with each doing a part, but all subordinating personnel prominence to the efficiency of the whole. I saw that cute picture online. Was super cute. I don't know, it reminded me of Camden's dog.
Where she's at right now.
Why is teamwork important? I've listed several things that I found online, which is increase efficiency, improves communication, maximize output, provide opportunities for personal growth, increase innovation and creativity, drives company growth, and boosts performance. I believe Kelsey had went through a majority of this. It's pretty much self-explanatory. It's kind of hard when we're all talking about the same thing over.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna move on to the next slide. How can we build good teamwork in a workplace? I emphasize the word good because there are, how do you explain, teams that work, they're like required to work as a team, but never, and it all depends on how the team works and the output the end goal that they bring out to the workplace. So here are main points that I found as very helpful when it comes to good teamwork. First off is be a good leader. I think when you have a good leader, everything else falls into place. It's, what is it? My notes are everywhere. Whether you're a manager or have seniority as a result of company loyalty, the tone of the rest of the employees, everyone listens to the leader. So with that, it's very important. Second is practice clear communication. I often think as a team, like there are times we've had experience where one person knows one thing and the other knows the other thing, and then everything is just, oh, wow, I didn't get the right information. So with bad communication, nothing is done properly. Define responsibility. The more clearly you define each team member's roles and responsibility, the more effectively they can meet expectation. However, the team should be encouraged to help one another when needed. Conflict resolution. Any tension or conflict should be resolved as quickly as possible to prevent communication breakdowns and a division of team members. Lastly, remain positive. As a team leader, your positive and motivated energy will help you to inspire the others. So don't forget to drink that positivity juice in the morning. Like I mentioned, my slides are really short. And that's my ending right there. I almost did the same thing as Kelsey did, but fair, someone was gonna do the same. I don't know, I think there's something about the dogs this week.
Oh, they're so cute.
But teamwork divides the task, multiplies the success. I think that's short and sweet. The end.
Very good. Good job.
Stop sharing.
Camden, I hate to be like the bearer of bad news that you have to go next, but I really can't figure out how to get.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news to you because I didn't get it done because I've been working all day the past 2 days.
Well, I have one. I just don't know how to share it now. I don't know, especially since we're recording. Do I like get out and come back in so my screen will show everything? Like I've clicked on everything possible and it's like.
You can try leaving and coming back in.
Actually, I don't know how to do that either because it doesn't let me leave here.
Hit the
I don't know.
hit the escape
Okay.
key. Hit the escape key.
Yeah, it's
Still not doing anything?
nope.
Oh,
Nope, it's just us. Like I can't hit anything. I can't. Oh, guys, I'm so super smart. Okay.
I don't know how to help you.
are there any other screens open? You know what? Control Alt Delete.
Yeah, that
This works
always
too.
works.
No, I'm trying to join the meeting again, and it says my meeting is launching, but it's not doing anything. Because technically, I'm already in it. So I don't know how to share you my screen. I mean, let's see. This is terrible. Sorry.
You're good.
So everyone's assignment this week is. Hey, are you graduating?
For what?
So far,
When's graduation day?
April 12th. I just have to get a 50 on my macroeconomics final, and I can graduate.
Oh, 50.
Yeah,
Golly, you're setting the bar.
Wow. I know.
that's like the lowest I can get.
Oh,
I have to have gotten 80s, and so I'm not worried.
you got this.
How was was it a job interview?
No, I just went in. It was a job fair down in Pocatello.
How'd it go?
It was good. I haven't had much come from it though. Well, that sucks.
Where did you do your internship?
The Research and Business Development Center up in Rexford.
Oh, and they won't offer you a job?
No, that's the problem is I couldn't
Freaking.
find an internship, so I did one with them. And like it was a good experience, but it's not like a real company. So people, if I ever tell them about it, they're like,
I see.
"Who was it for?" kind of a deal.
Guys, this sucks.
So I'm gonna stop recording this and end the meeting. And you're gonna be still stuck here.
I know, like I literally can't leave. I'm like, I'm hitting things, I'm pushing buttons, I'm trying to exit out of things, and I'm still here, so.
Did you force to close it?
The only thing at the top is I can change the view. Like, hide thumbnails. I can have a little just of me, or I can have all four of us, but we're like this big. So, yeah.
Next to it is there those like four. It's like almost like a cross, like an X, like
With the arrows.
yeah,
No.
they look like arrows.
Like top right corner.
You don't get the bar at all?
No.
What the freak is
Like
that?
after Kelsey started like your presentation, it just did this. So, but it was showing my presentation, not yours, on my screen.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm like, what? What did I do? I don't know.
Let's see.
Oh, this is terrible. I'm with Kelsey. I really did the slideshow like,
You could
45
just
minutes
email
before
it.
we're supposed to
Just
it to you
email
guys.
And we'll just view it like
Yeah,
that.
email it and then we'll start with you. Just say next slide.
I guess I could do that. Okay.
That
Or
counts.
email it to one of them or any one of us, and we'll open it as a
Okay.
share it while you speak.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. All right. Okay. I didn't even look to see who I sent it to. Yeah, I sent it to Kelsey. You should be getting it in just a second.
Okay. My phone got it before my computer did. That's crazy. Come on, download it.
See, that's teamwork. Good job, Sarah and Kelsey, helping me
Yeah.
Oh
out
my
here.
gosh. Yeah, we literally just
Here, advice.
we gotta write that into our report.
I was just going to say that. We have something to write about our review, don't we?
Okay. Tell me when.
Okay.
Wait, can you see it?
Wait,
I can. Okay, I can now. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Okay, yeah, you can go on. Are you on the next one?
Yeah.
It's not showing up for us. It's just showing the main screen.
Oh, you can't see it?
No,
You don't even see the first part?
no, it's just like your web
screen.
browser.
Seriously? Okay. Let's see. I am. Okay, well, let's just use the web browser then, I guess. I don't want this. I just want to download. How about now? Can you see
You
it now?
have to save it on your desktop.
I'm trying to see how. Oh, there it is. Download. Wow. I thought I was doing that. Guess not. Okay, here we go. Can you see it now? Anyone?
Nope.
Are you serious? Okay.
I'm sorry. I must have been bad luck for you.
Okay, I just stopped sharing, so hold on one second. Let me try this again.
Probably send a virus with that.
Let us pray. Okay, I'm gonna start screen sharing again. Let's see. Oh, that's why. What the heck? Wow. All right, everyone say hey to yourselves. Hi, so.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Perfect. Let's do this.
Okay. All right, teamwork. So I started out with a statistic. It was a study from Stanford a few years ago, and they were doing it on collaborative on teamwork, and they found that participants in the research who were primed to act collaboratively stuck to their tasks 64% longer than their peers. And they reported a higher engagement level, lower fatigue levels, and higher success rate. So, and this lasted for several weeks. Okay, next. Okay, so these are some things that I found for elements of effective teamwork: commitment and trust, communication, diversity of capabilities, adaptability, and creative freedom. So we'll start out with the next slide of commitment and trust. Each member must devote a reasonable amount of time and energy to advancing the team's mission and must be able to trust that all other team members are doing the same. We know that if you don't trust someone, you're going to have a really hard time committing to that task with somebody because you don't know what they're doing. And also a level of, well, are they doing their amount or am I doing all the work that we talked about earlier, which we know happens a lot actually. But we have to be able to trust that they're doing their part. And we also need to all be committed when you're in a team. You have to all be able to devote your time, your talents, everything that you have with your team. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I was writing.
Okay, communication. So communication must be honest and flow between all team members equally. I feel like, have you ever been in a teamwork atmosphere, and there's usually always a natural leader who kind of just takes, a hold of the situation. And then there are a few that just because they're not necessarily vocal, it doesn't mean they have good ideas, or maybe other people aren't letting them get their ideas in because they want to be the ones to get their ideas. And so there can be a little bit of a fight there. So it's got to be able to be equal, and you have to be able to be honest and be able to speak your voice and communicate with everybody. Okay. Diversity of capabilities. Each team member should possess skills and strengths that complement the skills and strengths and weaknesses of the other team members. We know that you couldn't get something done if everybody on the team were exactly the same. If you had the same exact ideas, if you only knew how to do certain things, you wouldn't get very far on your project. You have to be able to have team members that can think differently than you and can have different skill sets than you, that are better at things than you on some things, because you're going to need that help and to be able to come together as a team. Okay. Adaptability. Team members should be able to rally together and meet new challenges head on, rather than splintering into ideological factions or banding together to resist change. Most people do not like change. That's a hard thing. But, you have to be able to, when you get into a situation that you weren't expecting, go with the flow, make the best of it, figure a way around it, and continue on. And you have to be able to adapt, because let's face it, when you're in a situation, things never usually go the way you plan. It's just, I have rarely had a situation where I have it planned out. I'm like, this is going to be great, and it goes exactly the way I thought it was. I mean, you have to be able to change and figure things out from there. Okay. Creative freedom. All teams should feel free to think creatively, to try new things, and fail without fear of consequences. I think that's a big one. I know, I personally am one of those people that I might have an idea or think something, and I'm always like, no, they're going to think it's stupid. They're not going to like it, or, it's not as good as so-and-so's. But really, it's a great place to just be able to think outside the box with your team and just feel like you can, whatever you're thinking, not just be the same as everybody else, not just do it the same way, because, your ideas might be really something that they're looking for. Okay.
Oh,
The end.
yay. Great presentation. All right. Now what?
Anybody have feedback for anyone?
I said too much.
Me too.
It happens.
I feel like I needed, like, I'd critique myself a lot. Okay, I'm like that. I needed to be more confident, and I needed to put more time and practice into what I was, saying. Because it's easy to like throw stuff together, but like, do you actually know the content? And I feel like I didn't know it. I just put it together. I'm gonna be honest about that.
I couldn't tell.
I really loved your last quote on your page, Sarah. I was gonna write it down, but I just put great quote on here. The one thing that I noticed is like you didn't really make eye contact, but I mean that's kind of hard when you're talking to a computer, so
Right.
I get it. I love that you mentioned clear communication, like with each other. I feel like that's super important with a team, because if something's miscommunicated, then you're really not really functioning that well as a team. And so I really like that point. Mirica, you did awesome with your eye contact, and you knew your stuff, girl. I feel like you were very, very confident in what you were saying. And I feel like I couldn't tell that if you were nervous or not. I know you mentioned like being nervous, but I honestly couldn't tell. I liked, let me see. I like how you mentioned adaptability, because I feel like if you're in a team that is really good with adapting to changes, I mean, you're a bomb team. I mean, I played baseball and softball growing up, and so like you played different kinds of teams. You played teams that worked well together. You played teams that didn't work well together, and you as a team against your opponents, y'all had to adapt to whatever type of team they were, except you kept your morals. But if you knew what kind of team that you were playing against, you were able to play better, or you could either be intimidated. Either one. I've been in both situations where you see this bomb team and so you choke. But I really like that you put adaptability on there, because it's so important. I know there's some people that struggle with adaptability, but when you're in a team setting, I feel like you get more confidence and more support when adapting, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I feel like you like knew your stuff, so you kept it short and sweet with your slides. And the only thing I would suggest on like your PowerPoint would to maybe like brighten it up a little. It looks kind of like the colors look kind of bland, but I'm not trying to like be rude or anything. That's just my opinion.
You kind of offended me.
Don't take it
Colorblind.
Yeah, grain of salt. Okay, but that was the only thing that I could like tell that like caught my attention. That would have been like a opposite of a good review. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I think. Anyone else?
I liked both. Yeah. I really liked both of your presentation. It sounded really good. Mirica, you sounded like a natural presenter.
Right?
Felt like I was at work.
Get it, girl.
You guys are
I was like, oh my gosh. I don't think she's supposed to be in this class.
No.
Solid.
It's like she's done it before or something.
Yeah, I was like, have you done this earlier today before you came? It was you spoke like you had confidence and everything. Same with Kelsey. I could even tell it was Kelsey because, she's always joking around at sometimes. But she was like straightforward with her presentation. And you're right about
that professional, so I had to.
like, oh, I should have went before her. What else? Yeah. It was short and sweet and straight to the point for both presentations. Me, I just had rushed through my stuff. I didn't have enough time to combine everything, so that was my fault. Yeah. And to me, you're absolutely right, Kelsey. Sometimes the slides can, if the presenter is presenting it really well, the slides can, if it's longer than that and it's just straight up
words,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
you'll eventually lose your audience. But not too bad. It was good.
Okay, you guys are awesome. I enjoyed both of yours as well. I think you guys claim you didn't know what you were doing, but I really feel like, we're all doing our best of just reading off our slides that we're trying to communicate. So I think you all did an effective job with that. I think you guys did very well. Very clear in your words and could understand what you guys were saying, and I liked your guys' slideshow. Well, I was going to put a quote in mine, like I ran out of time. So I really liked that at the end. Little motivational quote to, get everybody pumped up. You guys did a great job. And I know I'm supposed to have a criticism, but, I don't really have any.
Yeah, you guys did good. Everything was very clear and precise. Nobody rambled or got off topic.
Yes, I was gonna say that. Like, no one rambled, so hallelujah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like the most awkward presentation when people just ramble.
Like 7 minutes on one slide.
Tonight, Jonathan, because if you probably missed tonight, we probably wouldn't know how to record.
Yeah, hallelujah, you were here.
What the? Let's just email each other.
Work, let alone know how to record.
No, it's not hard. All you have to do is, it's just on the bottom.
You don't have to. You have to be the host to do it, though?
Oh, you do have to be the host to do it. That's why I had to start I sent you a new link, just because I was making sure that I was the host on it. And if you're not using BYU Idaho's, like the link that they sent us to be able to create our Zoom accounts, it only lets you record for 30 minutes. So I did that with one of my other classes on accident. I forgot to log in with my BYU account, and our meeting was an hour long, but we only got 30 minutes of it because. But
Oh gosh,
we
that's
fixed it.
awkward.
It's all good.
I'm trying. Let me look at the.
I'll send you guys the links so you can watch your own presentations.
Perfect.
I already know criticism. I talk with my hands, you guys. I don't know if you've noticed, because I do this a lot.
Hey, talking with your hands isn't necessarily bad.
Yeah, I watched this one. I think it was like a study where they asked this one guy to tell them what the movie was about, but he did a lot of with hands. Right when they tied his hands down, he didn't know what to say.
Yeah, it actually is proven that it helps flow a thought. Like, it helps you.
Like exactly what you're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. It helps you get it out.
It does.
And
it's bigger.
Yeah, and if you talk with your hands, it actually makes people look at you, so they're obviously paying attention.
Hey, listen to what I have to say.
Hey. I feel like the only setting that might be a little distracting is talking at the pulpit, maybe. Like if you're a bishop.
Yeah, that's so true. They're like that way.
Like that's the only setting that I could see that being like
a problem.
Yeah.
That's
but I mean, if you watch public speaking, or TED Talks, they're normally the hands not necessarily up here, but they're definitely moving down here, and I just think it helps with your brain flow,
It does. It really does, actually.
I don't know why it does, but it does.
Oh.
I'm trying to think.
I was trying to see what our assignments.
I think that's it. It just, it just talks about our written assignment of what we want to, what everyone said about everything, and what you thought. I don't know. How did y'all feel about the discussion post this week?
I didn't even get to it, I'm going to be honest. I didn't.
What was it about again?
I bull crap that. I
So
it was about being asked to conduct a meeting when your boss is out, and I automatically thought about that scenario at my job, and I'm like, I do not feel comfortable telling grown people what to do because they don't like me anyway. So I was like, I mean, I could do it, but that doesn't mean they're going to listen to me.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like
something about anxiety, right? Of talking in front of people or something.
it was about like the
Yes.
10 ways to calm anxiety, and then if you were asked to conduct if your boss was late to the morning meeting, like would you be comfortable doing it, basically.
Nope. Hard pass.
I probably would if the ladies that I worked with weren't freaking ancient, like no offense to them, but I just feel like they have this whole seniority vibe going on at the office. And like, here I am, a 22-year-old girl. And I think, one, they're intimidated by me because I am younger. But at the same time, it's just like, I see you as my equal. Even though I know you're older than me, I see you as my coworker and my equal. I don't see you as some
Ancient history.
ancient person. But like, I wish they would see me the same way too. Like, I know I'm silly and I joke a lot, but it is what it is, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like I'd be very intimidated, especially in my work setting, because everyone's so much older than me. But I feel like I would whip it out. But like I said, it doesn't mean they would like listen to me, I guess. Which is kind of sad, but
Their
it
loss.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, have y'all ever had that experience where just like, I know an example. Like if you were like a leader in like the youth, like have you ever were like in a counselor and had to like help with the president being gone or something? You know, that's a good example. Like having to take it over. I don't know. Have y'all ever had to do that? I don't really have experience with
Yes,
youth.
I don't know. Or like, I mean, I've had to do sharing time, and which is almost kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Or I was a teacher in the Relief Society, so I mean, I don't know, kind of the same thing too. It's just a little bit more of a comfortable, I don't know if comfortable is a word, but atmosphere where,
More
like,
relaxed and not professional.
yes. Yeah.
Right. No, I get that. I don't know. Like, I feel like church is such a good outlet to practice these things, even though they're kind of minor, but like it's,
Yeah.
it makes the flow of organization and church go better. So
For sure.
I'm grateful for those experiences. But if y'all don't have anything else, I'm good. If y'all are good.
Yeah, I'll send you guys the link, or the file, I guess, so you guys can rewatch.
Do I have to rewatch it? I just don't even want to watch myself.
Just submit it.